How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called Ballam Rd Dairy Farming. As always, we're going to start with the description, and it reads, Welcome to Ballam Rd Dairy Farming based in northwest England. Geo and crop calendar based on Blackpool, England. 2 owned farms containing 5 cattle sheds and 5 cattle pastures. Pastures have been loaded with 1 year supply of hay to simulate grazing and to enable milk production. Begin the game with 120 dairy cow and 100 beef cattle. Farm shop and dairy at starting farm. No sleep trigger no sleep trigger allowing you to place a doormat and live at any house on the whole map. 6 sell points, 25 fields, 5 custom-built cattle sheds, 5 custom-built cow pastures, custom soil map from taking from Burke's farm and home farm areas, contracts installed into map. All the cattle pastures can be sold to allow for placing your own animals. Large buildable areas in the second farm. Special thank you to Alien Jim for allowing me to use his parked vehicles mod, and a huge thank you for Mr. Farquhar for all his help with building this map and testing along with Mafia X Phantom. I hope you enjoy my first map. This was created by FS Landscaping and is 457.28 megabytes to download. So, there are no required mods for this map. What do you start out with? Well, this is the map, and you start out with a lot of it. Pow! All this. You start out with farmlands number 1, 2, 6, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. A ton of the map you start out with. You can purchase the peripheries, as you can see here, for a measly $19 million. Alright, just chump change, really. When it's all said and done, you do start out with a lot of animal sheds. As you can see off to the left side there, all of those you start out with. You also start out with being able to have some contracts. You start out with production chains, including the dairy farm and several greenhouses. There are no collectibles on this map. Let me look through my notes. And there are no mod specific to this map other than under landscaping and painting. You do have several additional paint swatches. Now, we do start at their starting farm, and looking at the map one last time, just to kind of show where we are, we're up here in kind of the northeasternish corner. It's a busy map, and I'm going to start out by saying I like this. I like this map a lot. You can tell it's based on like real topography, and or at least I could be wrong about that, but at least that's how it feels. It feels like it's based off of something legit. But I don't know if this is the port over to consoles. There's a lot of issues that I found, and specifically where triggers are versus where they show to be on the map. Now, I'll get through that in due time. But I think I found them all. They're just kind of hard to find everything. And you can see just how busy it is here at your starting farm. Now, what do we start out with? Well, we start with a fair bit of stuff. Under small tractors, we have the Lindner Lindtrack 130, the Steyr 8150, and another Steyr 8150. Under telehandlers, we have the JCB 541-70 Agri Pro. Under cars, we have the Lizard Pickup 2017, as well as the Mahindra Retriever. Under trailers, we have the Crampy Half-Pipe HP20. Under slurry tanks, we have the Sluchin VT130, as well as the Spider SP6834. Under mowers, we have the K-Brand GMD4411. Under animals, we have the Anderson Pro Chop 150 straw chopper, as well as the Lizard MKS8 liquids tanker, and the K-Brand RA142 mixing wagon. We have the under animal transport, the Flegel Noah TTW140. Under front loaders, a Quickie Q3M. Under front loader tools, we had the Albert silage cutter as well as the pallet fork. And under telehandler tools, we had the Magsy manure fork, universal bucket, and bale fork. Whew. So a lot of different tools. And let's kind of take a peek and see where we're at here. We're right next to our animal transport trailer right here, as well as our pickup. So we're going to start out with, like I was saying before, this is kind of, I don't want to say like, I want to try and be fair. Because of the disconnect where a lot of the icons are, it's really difficult to figure out where things are. So I'll show you, first case in point, cow pasture. You can see this is where, the food and stuff gets delivered, right here at the cow pasture. If I were to fast travel, it sends me right here where the food and water would be. But to access it, it's way over here to actually put cows in and out of it, right here. You can put 150 cows into this field. If we go way back here, right there, open that fence, open this fence, we have our first small greenhouse. Just a normal greenhouse. You can see water and gets converted into various plants and veggies. We come back here, we can see some of our started equipment just hanging out right over here. We have a silage clamp right here. We have they call it something different. I've never heard this term before, but cake bin. Call it a cake bin. But you can purchase seeds or mineral feed for this. It's basically a silo. Have another clamp right here. And then over here, we have manure pits, manure heaps. So that's pretty cool. Over here, we have the new cattle shed, where we can have 125 cows right in here. And then, let's see. So I gotta remember how I took things throughout this whole kind of walkthrough, 'cause there's a lot of things kind of stacked on top of each other. Aha, back here, we have the old good cattle shed, where you can have up to 150 cows. Back here, actually, I'm sorry, this is what I'm talking about. So this is the old good cattle shed right here, and this you can have up to, come on, where is it? There it is, 48 cows. Over here is the cow pasture, which can have up to 150. And then if we go all the way back here, and you can see we already have some cows back here. We'll call this the back 40. If we hop over the fence here, boop, we have 120 out of 150 cows. So quite a bit going on right here so far. So, man, there's just so much going on at this particular location. And I'm hoping that I catch it all, that I'm able to relay all the information. Let's see, over here, here's the next cow barn, or cow shed. Which one was this? This one was the side shed, that's it. Where you can have up to 32 cows. So now we come back over here, and I believe... Aha, yes, right here is the Pemberton Dairy. This is the production point that's right here. And if I click into this, where was the... Like I said, there's just so many different things that are just kind of disconnected from each other. Where is that trigger point? Is it in here? Aha, here it is. So this is where you can make butter, cheese, and chocolate here on the farm with milk and sugar. Here's your inputs. You can have those various outputs. Okay, whew. And then this is the Pemberton Farm Shop sell point. All right, I think that's everything. Let's take a look at the map just real quick. So we saw the cow pasture here. That was the first one we saw. We went right out here to the small greenhouse. We checked out the new cattle shed, the old good cattle shed, the cow pasture, the other cow pasture, the side shed, the Pemberton Dairy, as well as the farm shop sell point. I think that's everything that was here. Whew, okay. Like I said, this is very busy. Lots going on, and it's really difficult because of how disconnected the icons are from the map. Now, this is I would say a typical English map in that it's very small, very hemmed in, so you're going to get very small equipment, not like overly large equipment is going to be able to be used. And I gotta remember this is an English map, so I gotta drive on the other side of the road. And my turn is, no, it's the next one, right here. And, nope, nope. Oh, did this last time too. Alright, yes, right here. Off to our left, that is the Homestead Farm sell point. And looking at my notes. Turn around. Ooh, and again, gotta drive on the opposite road. Opposite side of the road. Here, turn in here, open this gate, and then we come back here. Now again, we're gonna see one of those kind of disconnected, actually no, this one was fine. This one was fine. So we'll hop this fence. Hop this, and here we have another cow pasture for 150 cows. So this one was fine. I mean, slight disconnect if you look. So we were here at the farm, came all the way up north to this side road and saw the Homestead Farm, came back out down this side road, jumped through a couple fences to get to here, the cow pasture. Now if I click onto and warp to the cow pasture where it says it is, it's disconnected to where the actual load point is. It's bringing you to where the food is, food and water is. Which sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. And I'm gonna show you where it's not. So, going through this windy fence road. And stop right here. And then up ahead, right here to our left, this big sprawling facility is the BGA. We pull in here. Now you do already own the BGA. That is part of part of your production chains, so don't need to purchase anything there. You have your solids inputs there, liquid inputs there, and your digestate outputs right behind us. A couple of big silage clamps right there. And then some big sprawling kind of facility, which is one of the few large facilities you'll see on this map. And here we need to make a right. Alright, now this next map, or this next cattle pasture, is a nightmare, and it took me a while to figure out what was going on. So, you see the gate right here. If we look at the map, we saw this field here through this winding road. We took in the BGA here, came back out, now we're down here. If I click onto the cattle pasture and visit it, teleport to it, again, takes me right to the feeding and watering troughs. That's fine. But now, where is the loading zone? Well, I walked around this whole thing, and you will not believe where it is. Let's keep going. Let's keep following me. Follow along. We're almost there. We're getting hotter. We're getting warmer. Ooh. We're at the sun. Right here is the loading point. We have 100 out of 250 cows in this pasture here. Now, if we look, again, look at that distance between where it says it is versus where the input for the cows are. That is a problem. In my opinion, that's a big, big problem. If you're just getting on here, just looking to kind of putz around the map and not really paying too close attention, then you're probably going to get discouraged and not play it. That's going to be my guess, is that there's going to be a lot up on not be able to find things and kind of log off right away. And they shouldn't. It's actually a really nice map. Like, things are really pretty, like really laid out nicely. For the style of map that it is, it's really nice. Here we have the beef sheds, the beef cattle sheds. We have a small and a large. Small will hold 30. The large will hold 50. And here's our JCB, as well as a greenhouse right over here. There's just so much going on this map, and I can see this being a really cool, fun map to play on. But like I said, I could just also see just a lot of people kind of just, getting frustrated and, kind of turning off their consoles or, loading into a different map. Now we are going to go off road just a little bit. It's okay. Much faster to go this way. Now straight ahead. Is it straight ahead? Where is it? Oh no, it is right there. Okay. Open this gate. And down here, again, just a lot of detail on this map that I don't know why, I just wasn't expecting there to be a lot of detail, at least this much, and I like it. This is the grain mill. You can purchase this for $96,000. And then, but again, very, very tight spaces. You're not going to get large, long equipment through here. So keep that in mind. Swivel axles are not going to be your friend unless you are a professional driver. Come through here, make a left. Now this is where it gets a little bit busy figuring out where things are, but we'll get through this. I want to make a right here. Through these kind of townhouses. And then here on the right is the oil mill. Purchase that for $80,000. Come out here. And to the right, and a quick left. Right here you have the animal dealer. If you have pastures or pens, as you do on this map, you can load right into them, or you can bring your transport trailers and load into them manually. And now pull in here, around the back to right here. This is the shop trigger. See, it allows us to purchase new equipment, look at our already owned, and around the back side here, repair trigger. Very nice. Again, looking at all the detail that's just kind of here, especially like all this stuff, equipment in the background, like some of it old and broken down and, you know, rusted. Some of it's, you know, just, I mean, a lot of it's just old and broken down and rusted, but, you know, it just adds that little depth that when I look for maps, that's what I look for, is that kind of little something extra. Like, you know that the map maker just spent that little extra time of thinking, of modding, of creating, whatever the case may be, to make just that little bit more of a deeper immersion and experience. Now in through here and around the back, this is the supermarket sell point. And across the way over here is the spinnery. And you can purchase this for $60,000. And we go ahead and leave here. To the right. To the left. Straight ahead is the gas station, your refuel point. And while we're here, we'll stop and we'll take a look where we've been. So we saw that farm, that cattle pasture where the input was way off, the beef cow sheds as well as the greenhouse. We came out through this field down to here. We took in the grain mill, came back out down this road, up here, down here, took in the oil mill, then we saw the livestock market. This is the animal dealer. They use the Ho-Bellaro model. Went up here, back around, and took in the vehicle shop as well as the repair trigger. Came back out, we saw the supermarket and the spinnery, and then passed by and stopped at the gas station. Now here, to our left is the restaurant sell point. And then to our right, over here, just back here, is the Golf Club Cafe. So cool little, like, you can look and see all the golf, what's supposed to be golfing areas. I think that's just cool. It's a cool little detail that, you know, is available for this map. And who knows, you can use it as kind of a storyline. Maybe you acquire the golf course and you're a worker, or actually, do you even start out with the golf course? No, so you don't start out with this land, so this is part of the $19 million. So, eh, so eventually you could, save up for it, I guess. Anyways, and heading north to our last point of interest. Right here, right across the street from our start. Again, small equipment to get back here. Another small greenhouse. And that's it. That's the map. That is uh, Ballam Rd Dairy Farming. And now we're to the point of what do I think of the map and the grade I would give it. Well, standard 0 to 5 is the grading scale I use. What would I give this? Well, I honestly, man, this is a tough one. I do prefer uh, maps where you drive on the right side of the road. Where not the right as in right versus wrong, just the right side. And so like the German or the American, things like that, just because I am American and it's easier for my brain to cope. Well, so I'm not going to mark it down for that. What I will mark it down for is the huge disconnects and kind of inability to know exactly where some of the triggers are for these pastures. Like this one, for example, like I was saying before, the load in pasture point is right here, but if you try and quick teleport to it, you're going all the way over here. It's pretty big difference. But well, all right, enough beating around the bush. I would give this a solid 4. A solid 4, maybe 3.5. You know what? I'll give it 3.5, just because of the huge disconnects between the fields. Um, if it wasn't for those disconnects, I'd give it a 4, 4.5, easy. I think this is a great map. It's a beautiful map. Very tons and tons of detail were put into it. Very obvious by looking at it. Um, you start out with a ton of land, a ton of scope is available on this. Um, Another thing that personally I don't care for, and I've mentioned that on previous map tours, is the use of so many custom models, so many things that are unique to the map, and then all of a sudden you see one of the giants, oil mills or production points, whatever. Something that's just standard and that just looks so complete. Like I said, like you got all these custom houses, all the custom, buildings and things, and then you got the supermarket from the standard game. You've got the spinnery from the standard game. You've got the oil mill somewhere around here from the standard game. I mean, you got your own custom shop, your custom repair point. You kind of have actually, I think this is the, whole Bellarone annual dealer, but it kind of fits here. But you got here it is, the oil mill right here. It just doesn't seem to fit the aesthetics. Custom station? No, I think this is like a standard, but with the pavings and the all this stuff, I think it kind of looks unique. Yeah, Garrison. Yeah, so this is like the standard gas station. They just kind of dressed it up with the fencing. So it's just those kind of things that just kind of, to me, stick out and kind of take away from the uniqueness and the creativity of the map. So just my thoughts. Again, 3.5. I would give this a solid 4, 4.5 if it wasn't for those. And this looks interesting. What is this? That's really cool. Kind of a rock feature leading in up this driveway. What driveway is this? That's kind of cool. I like that. This is the backside of the, okay. So if I would have kept going down this direction, down here, instead of cutting through the field, that's what I would have saw. Huh, well that's kind of cool. Now I wish I would have driven down here. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing. That shows that you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.